Hi, my name is Andre, and I want to thank you for being here. Now, over the next 13 minutes, I would like to walk you through Blogdash's powerful dashboard. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the chat box provided, and one of our specialized staff will get back to you shortly with answers to your questions. As a special thank you for watching this entire presentation, your browser will be redirected when complete to a page where you can download Blogdash's free ebook called The Guide to Blogger Outreach, a great guide on how to get the most out of blogger outreach. And now, without further delay, let's begin.
Okay, so our network is divided into four different sections. We have the create section, which you see here. We have the find section, we have the pitch section, and then finally the engage section. Okay, so we'll start at the create section because this is where you'll be directed once you log into your account. So section here is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll run you through it anyway. So this is where you would create a new opportunity or a new campaign. Okay, so the fields up top need to be populated. So the first one where it says opportunity name, that's where you type in the name of the opportunity, of course. And in the subject line is where you would type in the subject line. In the box right underneath, this is where you would type in a description of the opportunity, and you have up to 1,000 characters to include there. Okay, now if we scroll down a little bit under that box, you see a green tab. Now this gives you the option to either add a video, a photo, a text file, or a PDF. Just to spice up the opportunity a little bit. And then under that green tab, under blogger compensation, this is where you would specify whether the opportunity is a paid or an unpaid opportunity. Okay, so if you've done blogger outreach in the past, you know that some bloggers charge, others don't charge, and there are some that accept different forms of compensation as well. So from the drop-down menu here, are the different forms of compensation that you can offer. Now, if there was a form of compensation that you wanted to offer that was not in this drop-down list, well, all you need to do is in the box right underneath where it says, what is the opportunity for bloggers? Well, this is where you would enter in that form of compensation in that box there. And whenever you're done typing that in, you click save. And of course, that will save the opportunity and it'll fall under opportunities. Okay, so now the next logical step after creating your opportunity is to start your search to find relevant bloggers. So I'm going to click on the Find tab, which will bring us to the Find section. Okay, so in the Find section, you will see the bloggers all listed here on the left. And to the far right, you see the number that I've highlighted here in blue. That's the total number of bloggers that we currently have in our network. So it's just over 117,000. The majority of these bloggers have redeemed their profile, which makes them what we call PR friendly. So when you see a blue PR friendly tab to the right of a blogger's name, this means that these bloggers have redeemed their profile and is basically telling us that they're open for business. The second thing to note to the left here is when you see a yellow number in the bottom right-hand corner of a blogger's picture, well, this is based on a rating system that we have. We actually have an algorithm that's set up that tracks the blogger's influence and their activity within their network of followers, and this is a rating system out of 10, and a little later on I'll show you how that's determined. So these bloggers here, again, we're just over 117,000, and they're divided into 15 different channels or categories that you see listed there, from arts and automotive all the way down to travel and technology. Okay, now any time that you select a category, of course the number of bloggers is automatically going to update, but you will also have the option to select a subcategory as well. So for each category we have a list of various subcategories that you can select to really narrow down your search. Okay, now once you do that, if we scroll down a little bit, you'll see a search box. So you can now conduct a search two different ways. You can search for a particular blogger by typing in the blogger's name in the search box, or you can do a keyword search. If you do a keyword search, our system will take that keyword and run it through the different profiles, bios, and blog posts that we have, find the bloggers that way, and list them on the left. Okay, now right underneath that search box are the different filters that we have that you can implement to really narrow down your search, and we have roughly 56 filters. So the first set of filters that we have are pitch preferences. Okay, so if I click on that from the drop-down menu, you'll see the different pitch preferences that bloggers have that you can select to narrow down your search. Okay, the next set of filters that we have are social filters. So you see them listed there, from Twitter to Facebook to Alexa Rank, Compete, Google PageRank, SEO Moz, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you can select any one of these social filters here, or a combination of multiple social filters as well. The next filter that we have is gender. So if you want to break down your search for male or female bloggers, you can do so. Next, we have presence of children. So if you're looking for mom and dad bloggers. We have a location filter, so you can geo-target them based on country, city, state, depending on where you're searching. We have a language filter. Now, of course, the majority of the bloggers in our network do write or post in English. However, we are worldwide, so if you're looking for bloggers that wrote in different languages, you have the list of languages to select from there. Next, we have smartphone users. And then last but not least, interests and behaviors. Okay, so now once you've implemented the filters in a specific category, you come up with a list of bloggers. They're listed on the left. And the best thing to do, what I suggest you do, is to add them and save them to a list. If you see here under my list of bloggers, I have 4 lists that I have created. So to create or add bloggers to a particular list, we'll scroll back up to the top. So again, the bloggers here are listed on the left, and you can do one of 2 things. We have a select all button at the top where you can select all of the bloggers that we just found that are in this list, okay? Or you can pick and choose the ones that you'd like to add to a list to do, of course, some research on, engage with, and then ultimately pitch. So to do so, once they're selected, you see to the right there's an add selected to list. We'll click on that, and you can do one of 2 things. You can add them to an already existing list, or you can create a new list. Just check the circle there, and in the box you name it whatever you want, and you click add. Once you click add, it'll add this blogger or the list of bloggers to this particular list, and they'll be saved into the engage section, which I'll take you through right now. So the engage section is divided into 3 different parts. We have bloggers, blog posts, and tweets. Under bloggers is the list of bloggers that we have added and saved to a list, as I showed you earlier. And from here, if you wanted to do some research on any particular blogger, well, you simply need to click on their name, and that will bring you to their profile page, where at the top you see that she's PR friendly, you have her rating, and then right underneath you have her bio, gender, and where she's located. If we scroll down a little bit under profile, you will see the different social media stats that she has. So you see the amount of Twitter followers that she has, her Facebook interactions, her Alexa rank, Google page rank, and so on and so forth. Underneath the social media stats, we have the rating system that I was referring to. And this is optional, but if you wanted to put in your own rate for any particular blogger, you just click on the green tab here. That will open up the filters, and you can implement the filters there and save your rating. Right underneath the rating, you see recommendations, also optional, but if you wanted to write a recommendation on any particular blogger, you can do so. And then last but certainly not least on this page, you see here similar authors. Now, similar authors is one of our more popular features because what it does is, let's say, for example, this particular blogger, Julie, is one that meets your requirements. Well, our system will automatically provide you with a list of similar authors or similar bloggers that we suggest you contact as well because they fall into the same category as Julie. So again, you find one blogger and our system will automatically provide you with a list of a few others. So this really cuts down your search time as well. So next to profile, we have more stats here. So if we click on blog posts, okay, from here you'll be able to see their different pitch policies along with their publication statistics and latest posts underneath. Okay, and then next to blog posts, we have Twitter stats. So from here, you'll be able to see the number of tweets and mentions in Twitter per week in the last week, along with the recent Twitter mentions at the bottom. And then next to Twitter stats, we have real-time web, which is similar to Twitter stats, except it's the number of blog mentions per day in the last week from Facebook, YouTube, and Google. Okay, now let's scroll back up a little bit because I want to show you in the Engage section, as I mentioned, is divided into 3 different parts. We have bloggers, which I just brought you through, and now we have blog posts and tweets. So these are 2 ways that you can actually engage with the bloggers before sending them out pitches. So under blog posts, you will see, of course, their latest blog posts from the bloggers that are in the list. But from here, if you wanted to, you can add a comment on their blog post by clicking on add a comment. So that's one way of engaging with them. The second way is under the tweets section. So if I click on the tweets tab, you will be able to see their latest tweets, and then you can actually retweet and reply directly from the platform, directly from your account. So these are 2 excellent ways of engaging with the bloggers before you start to send them pitches. Now, I'm going to show you now how to send out a pitch to a blogger or to a list of bloggers. Okay, so I'm going to click on the Engage section or tab again, because what you need to do before you can start sending pitches to bloggers is you have to add the bloggers to a particular opportunity. So to do so, it basically works the same way as you added them to a list. And I'm going to show you now. So at the top we have a select all button as well. So if I click on that, that'll check all the bloggers that are in this particular list. Okay, or you can pick and choose the ones you want to add by clicking on the box next to their picture. Okay, once you do that, to the right you see add selected to an opportunity. So I will click on that, and then from there you'll have a box that opens up with the drop down menu of the different opportunities that you created. So you need to select the opportunity that you want to add this blogger to, and once you do that you click add. That of course will add the blogger or the list of bloggers to this particular opportunity, and they will fall into the pitch section. Okay, so we're now in the pitch section. So now I'm going to show you how you would create and send out a pitch. Now there are two different ways that you can send out a pitch to a blogger or to a list of bloggers. Now we have what's called the Power Pitch feature, and what this feature does is it allows you to pitch all the bloggers at once. Okay, so now if you see here near the top where it says pitch all bloggers at once, we're going to click on that, and what that'll do is it'll open up a recipient box. Underneath the recipient box we see the add all bloggers tab. We'll click on that, and what that'll do is it'll add all 21 of the bloggers that we have added to this particular opportunity into the recipient box. Just to the left of the add all bloggers tab we see another little green tab, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to personalize it like a mail merge. So if we click on that, you will have the merge tags that you can select to insert into your pitch. So you have the selection of adding a first name, a first and last name, a location, and so on and so forth. Once you do that, in the message box right underneath is where you would type in your message or your pitch that you will be sending to the bloggers. Okay. And then underneath there are two green tabs which give you the option to either upload a video from your computer or to record a video pitch. Okay. Once you're done with that, you hit the pitch blogger button, and what that'll do from there is it'll send out the pitch along with the opportunity attached to it to the list of bloggers. From there, what will happen is that these bloggers will receive an email alert that they have a new opportunity in their blogdash.com account. So they would log in, review it, and if they're interested, they would reply back to you, and that's how the initial contact begins. Okay. Now, the second way to send out a pitch if you did not have access to the Power Pitch feature is by sending a pitch to each blogger on an individual basis. So to do so, basically what you see here to the right of a blogger's name is the Pitch Me button. So we'll click on that, and that will open up the pitch or the message box where you would type in your pitch to this particular blogger, and you have the same options where you can upload a video from your computer, and you can also record a video pitch. And whenever you're ready to send out the pitch, you hit the Pitch Blogger button. That'll send out the pitch along with the opportunity, and then you move on to the next blogger in your list. Okay, so that's how you would create and send out a pitch to a blogger or to a list of bloggers.